Every morning, a silent war unfolds on the red line, a battle for position, for convenience. But what happens when the race ends in complete stillness? Watch as the absurdity of the daily commute plays out in the most unexpected way. The train is a creature of habit, its rhythmic hum slicing through the morning air like clockwork. On board, the commuters are anything but passive. They are predators, scavengers, and strategists, all vying for a resource so obscure it barely seems worth the fight. Position. The battlefield is defined not by space, but by geometry and trajectory. This is the red line, and the war begins long before Admiralty Station. Look closely at these warriors of the morning commute. See how they crowd toward a single door, their movements subtle but deliberate, like the silent jostling of wildebeests nudging for a better spot in the migration line. They are not here for comfort, no. Seats, irrelevant, cast aside like low-hanging fruit ignored by those with higher ambitions. Their goal is precision, the alignment of body and door that will grant them the shortest distance across the sprawling platform at Admiralty. The calculations are exact, born from years of repetition, perfected through trial and error. The train slows to a halt at Admiralty, and the tension reaches its zenith. The doors part, and the horde surges forward with a ferocity that belies the mundanity of the setting. Elbows jab, feet dart, and bags swing wildly as they pour out onto the concourse. The platform, a vast expanse of polished tile, becomes a theatre of primal competition. This is no orderly procession. This is a survival of the fastest, a battle of milliseconds and millimeters, where the weak are swallowed by the tide of bodies. Their destination is clear. The Blue Line Admiralty Station, a mere 30 seconds walk away. They aim to get to the train door queued lines, clearly marked on the floor. The prize door there corresponds with yet another shortcut, a tactical advantage that ensures the fastest route to the escalator at the next station. Every step is measured, every angle is considered. To fall behind now is to risk precious seconds, to lose momentum so painstakingly built since the journey began. But it is here, at the Blue Line, that the race takes its most peculiar turn. As the train doors close and the one-stop ride commences, the air inside is thick with anticipation. Commuters stand poised like sprinters in their starting blocks, gripping poles and handles with knuckles whitened by determination. This is their moment, the culmination of every shove, every nudge, every sacrifice of civility made in pursuit of convenience. And then the train arrives. The doors slide open, and the swarm explodes outward in a chaotic frenzy. The platform reverberates with the pounding of feet as they sprint towards the escalator. That mechanical stairway to freedom. Arms bump, breath quickens, and the collective effort reaches its fever pitch. They reach the escalator, and then they stop. It is here that the absurdity of it all reveals itself in full, dazzling clarity. These commuters who, moments ago, were gladiators on the concourse, now stand motionless, one behind the other, as the escalator dutifully ferries them upward at a glacial pace. The race for supremacy has devolved into a silent, orderly queue. No one dares to climb to break the unspoken pact of collective inertia. Feet that moments ago propelled their owners with such urgency now remain glued to the metal steps, as if paralyzed by some ancient instinct. The queue stretches back, growing longer by the second, a parade of futility. There is no celebration for the first one onto the escalator, no prize for the winner of this morning's great migration. The turnstiles at the station's exit form a bottleneck so severe that any advantage gained evaporates into the ether. Yet, no one questions this ritual. They simply wait, heads bowed, staring vacantly at their phones or the step ahead of them, oblivious to the absurdity of their own performance. It is a scene so ridiculous, so devoid of logic, that one might mistake it for satire. Like gazelles on the savannah, jockeying for the privilege of entering a watering hole single file, these commuters fight not for survival, but for convenience, only to squander it at the first opportunity. They have pushed, they have shoved, they have sprinted with the desperation of a near extinct species. And for what? To stand still on the moving staircase, shuffling forward at the mercy of machinery. And so, the escalator churns ever onward, bearing its silent, stationary cargo. Above, the morning light filters through the station's glass roof, illuminating the strange procession. The commuters, these warriors of the red line, ascend in single file, their earlier ferocity forgotten. The futility of their quest hangs in the air like a fog, heavy and inescapable. The train pulls away, the next horde already preparing to begin their own race. The cycle continues, as it always does. An unbroken chain of urgency and stillness, competition and surrender. The escalator doesn't care. It carries them upward, indifferent to the absurdity of it all. Thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Your support helps me create more content just like this. And if you're in the mood for more, check out these videos coming up right here.